Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is another day of the week. It should be Thursday. Um, Goofy little mishap earlier this week. I think everybody just sort of let it go, though. Monday's videos ended up being like yesterday's videos. Tuesday was still Tuesday. Today, we're taking another sort of pseudo-ish break from Yu-Gi-Oh! What I wanted to talk about was I think it was just like maybe last week even. Um, I discussed a little bit of could you do like a Yugi campaign in Dungeons and Dragons? And obviously the answer is yes. As long as you are a DM with a bit of storytelling ability and creativity, like you can literally do anything that you want and make any world that you want for your players. So, as a bit of a mini series, something that was sort of brought up to me through friends, hey, maybe you should do this since everybody got you figures and stuff. This could be like a fun little add on to the channel. So, what we're going to do is maybe once a week, we're going to discuss a Yu Gi Oh card and how to change it into a D&D character block, which again, still kind of learning. So again, I did work with a couple of friends on this one. This one's not 100% me yet. Realistically, though, we just kind of stole the character block right out of the book. And we thought one of the best characters that any D&D campaign is going to, want, would be a skeleton. So first and foremost, let's talk about some skeletons. I got some. I got 6 of them here. They're all going to be the same. The difference is I'm not sure that my camera is going to be able to focus well enough. But they're not super detailed or anything. Maybe this one a little bit better. Again, just a very basic skeleton with spears. I have one trick that I've already been told is depending on the way that they are holding it. This guy's got almost a downward angle. What I could do is I could do like a little heat gun. And then, of course, kind of reset how the weapon is to before I go to paint these. But additionally, one of the things is a skeleton's almost something that you can't go wrong with. Every campaign's going to use them. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can find these in castles, cemeteries, bogs, and swamps. Anytime that you want to have any necromancer type character or anything on the game, it is just as easy to go ahead and get some of these guys. So then it came down to, well, how do we translate these guys to Yu-Gi-Oh cards? So let's just kind of move them off to the side. And of course, we chose for the Skull Servant, okay? A lot of print runs on this. Again, this is sort of like something that you can do. Maybe buy another binder as the DM. And something that you could do is, again, we can paint these generically as though they were just regular skeletons. So again, if we choose to play like a non-Yu-Gi-Oh! D&D campaign, again, I don't have to reinvest in more skeletons. But of course, we know that when we're fighting skeletons, we want to fight them as skull servants. So again, yeah, no cloaks or anything. Obviously, he's unarmed. Here we have some spears, which is fine. But again, very cheap card. Tons of print runs. This one is this is actually the Speed Duel variant from another collection that was given to me recently. And I found an app that I can download to my phone. I'm not sure. This one might be on all of them. I think it's just called Monster Creator for 5e. And again, you guys will have to forgive my my break glass here. Obviously, I've dropped my phone. But I can just peel that right off and the phone's fine. I just need to go get another glass case. So what we did was we basically stole the stat block from the book. We just reskinned it as Skull Servant. This is actually just the D&D 5e Monster Manual skeleton, base skeleton. So again, it's got, we put it 13 hit points, 13 armor class, 30 speed, because I think that was just what it said in there. Obviously, you can see the 10 strength, 14 dex, 15 constitution, 6 intelligence, 8 wisdom, 5 charisma. Obviously, they're going to have dark vision because, again, they wouldn't exactly have eyes. It's more of like a mystical, magical deal with them. Passive perception of 9, so they're not doing too bad. They would be able to understand any language that their summoner would know. However, they are not able to speak. And again, this is a challenge 1/4. So again, you could use a lot of these early in the game to just start getting your players used to combat, really, which is exactly how we're going to do these as well. I'm not sure what this proficiency bonus is. I think this just threw that in there as well. Same thing with right here. We made sure that it only had melee attacks, no magic abilities or anything. Just a normal vulnerability to bludgeon with a resistance to poison and an immunity to being poisoned or exhausted, because again, it's just a walking thing of bones. But of course, like if you wanted to, you could always pump the stats up later. I'm sure there's another skeleton somewhere in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want to reskin them later as being tougher. Now, I wanted to let you guys know, just in case you wanted to get the same ones that I have. What I did was, these were bought for me, actually, and they were purchased through Amazon. And again, kind of getting some of the detail right now. They were purchased through Amazon. It came as one of the sets I showed you guys, the Mythical Heroes set, Forest and Swamp Creatures. So again, it was a good way to build up like an army of enemies for my players to eventually play up against. And personally, I think they're doing all right. I do plan on to be able to tell them apart in combat when I get to painting. I think I'm going to leave the white ones alone, just painting the weapons. But I'm thinking that if I differ the spear tips and just leave the bases alone entirely, I do think that by doing those two things, even if I have all 6 of these in play on the field at the same time, I think it's going to be pretty easy for my players to actually pick them apart. As far as like the costs of everything, if you wanted to get that set, and of course I'm not paid by them to promote it, it's just something that was given to me, and I think they look awesome, and I plan on using them. It was about a $40 set, and of course I'm rounding up because I don't like doing exact math. I like to do like a more of a worst case scenario type thing. So once you get your shipping, again, shipping should be free on that item. But doing with your local tax rates, it is 90 pieces. Now you do get 90 figurines in there. It's gonna break down to being just under like 50 cents per. So again, this is essentially $3 worth of characters and a little bit of paint, and they're gonna look great. But again, I'm going to make like a binder, like one of the smaller trade binders, I think, as sort of my bestiary. And I've actually got some other ones I want to talk to you guys about. This is neither here nor there, so let's just get Skull Servant out of the way. I was thinking about certain cards as far as player characters, and I do want your guys' opinion on this too. So I was thinking we could use like Swordsman Landstar as a halfling swordsman of some sort. Celtic Guardian for obvious reasons. Elves. I do think the Kujikasi could be like a cool dwarf. Mystical Elf could be just about anything that uses magic. So this could be Cleric. It could be, they don't call him Shaman, Druid. And then, of course, Wizard, Sorcerer, and Warlock. One of my favorite cards, Neo the Magic Swordsman, could be like a Paladin, whatever. Magician of Faith could be like Cleric. As far as the Tieflings, I was thinking about the Ladies of Lament. As the Tiefling is supposed to be like what? Like half human, half demonish. So again, I like the way that these girls look for that. As far as Dragonborn, I was thinking between the Keeper of the Dragon Shrine and Keeper of the Shrine and Keeper of Dragon Magic. I know that there's Tritons, so maybe something along the lines of the Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness. And then the last one I've got is I actually pulled the Blindly Loyal Goblin, just because he's like a single character. There's not that many cards that actually say they're a goblin while trying to be almost heroic looking. Because again, as far as the Volo's book goes, it does give us breakdowns for like how to play using goblins as well. So I did want your opinion, guys. I'm thinking about making like maybe 10 stat sheets ahead of time, or at least uh, taking these characters, shuffling them, and then actually allowing my players to select their character that way, and then they can bring the character the rest of the way to life using their stat sheets and their dice rolls. So, you guys let me know if you think that's a good idea. And let me know how you felt about the Skull Servant. And again, maybe once I get some of these painted, maybe I'll start doing some shorts or something. And when I do a short, I'll just go ahead and show you guys the paint job and nothing else. Just kind of let you guys enjoy it. So for now, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. This felt kind of weird. Like I didn't really keep to my scripts. Like I have some note cards sitting over here. And I don't know. It's going to get more natural as I get more confident, as I learn more and more about the game and actually start compiling my game. At which point we may have the rest of the gang play it out for you guys, or I'll give you guys the highlights, whichever you choose. So guys, do me one favor, try to enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to try to enjoy mine. I'm going to go paint one of these. I'm going to get my hands dirty real quick. I need to figure that out. You guys have an excellent day. I hope to see you guys again later. Peace out.